Hello there, and welcome to my little channel or my little corner of the world. If this is your first time here, I'd like to say welcome. And if you are coming back, a returning viewer, subscriber, I'd like to say welcome back and thank you. If you like some of the things that I talk about, please consider subscribing and joining in the conversation so we can be friends. My only requirement is this, that if you have a disagreement with me, by all means, you're allowed to do that. Or to disagree with somebody that's a poster on here, you can do that. You are allowed to disagree, but you are not allowed to be mean. I won't stand for that. We've got so much hatred in this world, and this being an election year, the hatred is really coming out very strong. So I don't want to put it here. Okay. Now, we were on vacation. We like to take a cruise every year for our vacation. And my wife overheard something. I don't know whether it was a joke or what, but basically it boiled down to this lady was her hair was kind of cropped and uh, and I guess somebody asked her, "Are you a man or a woman or a boy or a girl or whatever?" And she said both. Okay, now that's impossible. You're either or, but you can't be both. And this non-binary stuff and all that, that's just a load of malarkey as far as I'm concerned. Now listen, before we start going off with the that's hate speech, no, if me giving my opinion on something is hate speech, well then my kids could tell me that I'm guilty of spewing hatred toward them because I told them at one time or another that you are not allowed to smoke cigarettes. It's bad for you. Okay. Why couldn't they say, well, that's hate speech? Well, because it isn't. Hate speech would be me looking at you, whether you are a different skin color or a different nationality, and me taking away your value, your self worth, just because of your skin color or just because of the different part of the world that you grew up in. Okay, that would be hate speech. So what I'm going to tell you now, I'm telling you in the most loving way that I could possibly tell you. Now, the big thing now is trans. Everybody's transitioning. Okay, I'm speaking biology from. Listen, you can't change from a boy into a girl. You can't. It's impossible. Let me give you a for instance. Let's just say that I am not happy being a man, and so I transed into a woman. And then let's just say after my death, I'm buried in a dress. And 200 years, they come upon my bones and they take the DNA, they're going to say, this was a male because you cannot change. You can't change it. You have XX or XY chromosome pair, period. That doesn't change. All right. And I think that we're doing our children a grave dis. We're not doing them any favors by saying, "Oh, you don't like the way you look. Well, we're going to transition you, and all your troubles will disappear." Okay, that's just a load of garbage. All right, what we should do, and listen, it's normal. It's not unusual that you are not happy with the way you look. Whenever I was a little boy, and my sister would read um, these, I don't know, like movie stars or rock and roll singers, and they would hold them up, and like one Bobby Sherman, for instance, and I can remember saying to myself, "I'm not as good looking as Bobby Sherman is," and but that's normal. That's everybody goes through that. Everybody goes through it, and the last thing that you should be doing Okay, the last thing you should be doing is paying some surgeon to mutilate your body so that 2 or 3 years down the road, or even 2 or 3 weeks down the road, that you're going to look at yourself and say, well, I think I made a mistake. And it's irreversible. They say, oh, it's reversible. No, no. In most cases, it isn't. You keep shoving testosterone in a young teenage girl, and you're going to reach a point where she's going to sound like a man for the rest of her life. Okay, and I find it's really hideous what's going on today. I mean, you can't change your sex. I don't give a I don't care. You can't. You cannot do that. It's impossible biologically speaking. And any surgeon that would tell you, "Oh no, yes we can," they're just speaking from their pocketbook. Okay, it's a big money making thing here. We have people today, and it's not just kids, it's adults too, where we just don't feel good about ourselves. Well, then talk to somebody. Talk to somebody about it. And talk to somebody that's a good counselor, for instance. You go in and you start talking a problem like this, and right away they start saying, well, we can trans you. Get out of there right away. Get out of there. It's amazing to me that you have to be 18 to get a tattoo, to buy a firearm, uh, a- but yet a child who doesn't know what puberty is can make that decision. That's ludicrous. And really, it's got to stop. We're just destroying our young. We're killing them. Okay, so I know a lot of you are, well, I don't want to say a lot of you, but there may be some that'll disagree with me and say, oh yes, you can. Yes, you can change your from male to female and vice versa. Uh, You can't. It's impossible. Okay, it's impossible. And so I meant to do this while I was on the ship because I wanted to do a sunset. Um, I wanted to do this with a sunset showing just the majesty of God's creation. But the I don't know, I erased it, or and then the second time there was a lot of noise, just like Mr. Airplane here, and I wanted to do it then, but I screwed it all up, so um, I'm doing it now. But let's start figuring out, like, let's start helping each other um, on accepting the way we are. We're unique. I mean, we are unique. And your youngster that may say, I'm not happy the way I look, or am I a boy or a girl, orient them. If they're a girl, then they're a girl. Okay? So, yeah, I really wasn't sure how I wanted to word this. And that's all I'm going to say for now. So let's just be satisfied with who we are. And if we're not, then is there any area that we can make good or improve? And let's go with that. Okay. So I hope that that wasn't too much hate speech for you. I said it as lovingly as I can, and I love you. I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody. So okay, that's all I have for right now. Um, So I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, okay? Love your neighbor and do some kind things um, this week and every week, okay? And I will see you next time. May God bless you. Thank you.